So we heard from Coach yesterday that you're going to be scouting the game. So, like, where are you going to be sitting, per se, and then what are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting from the ticket to come from LAFC, our connections. But, yeah, the idea is just to go and, you want to do anything possible to make sure we get the tactical feed, we get the video, so we could do it from home as well. But I think, we have the time off. It might be a good moment to go and just watch it live. Sometimes you get a different vibe from a real game.
And then sorry.
Yeah.
Were you done?
No, go ahead.
And then the drill you were doing there with, can you just explain what looked like a spacing drill? What was all that about?
JP, we talked a little bit after the Houston game that when he'd play a ball forward, maybe the urgency to follow that play wasn't quite there, so you'd see a little bit of separation. So he came and asked and said if he could work on that. So quickly looked around, see who wasn't doing anything. We got Reed involved, got Nathan involved, and now they got a little bit of work all together.
Freddie, going back to the Houston series, tactically, what did and didn't work against that Dynamo team over the two games?
Yeah, I think when you look at it defensively, first of all, they're, I think, the best team in possession in the league as far as stats is concerned. So it's not an easy team to defend. I think it was okay the first half. Second half, they kind of created a diamond and they pushed Herrera between our two holding mids. Because the way originally how we wanted to create our structure when the ball was in the center of their three in their build-up, we wanted to be a narrow front two and then protect the pockets with our pivots. Or that would ask our pivots to go a little bit wider. And we had a 2v1 against their 9. So if he came in, someone can be aggressive and you still had the spare man. They adjusted at halftime with getting rid of one of the pivots. And now they had pockets, one pivot, and one of the pivots has a 10 plus a 9. And so they found, you saw like 3 or 4 moments, they found a central pass. And then I think you maybe saw Schmetz on the sideline was now telling our wingers, tuck in and try to create a little bit more compactness there. They ended up getting the red, so who knows what would have came of our adjustment, but it ended up getting sorted out with the red card of theirs.
Right. And obviously, LAFC, Vancouver, both of them play so different from Houston, but being able to shut down a guy like Ponce has to give you confidence in the defense to take on whoever you face in the next round.
I mean, the Yamar, Jackson, they're top. Nuhu, top. Alex, like our goalkeeping. So I think all year they've had to deal with really good 9s. It's not like this is the first time we're going to see a good 9 or saw a good 9. Like they've seen so many different player profiles. I think we're a pretty solid defensive team. And in moments, some guys give us a little bit. Brian White gives us a little bit different issues. Ponce was a little more 2 feet, which causes a little bit different problems than what. But even though he was 2 feet, he really surprised me. This is the most I've seen him, was his aerial game and timing of challenging aerial ball caused us some issues, especially the home game here, where they played some direct balls and he was able to get some good timing. And he did a really good job with Jackson, showing him those clips and telling him like these are the. He doesn't like wait for him straight on. He kind of like curves his run, comes square, which is tough for a defender to come out. And we discussed it. And I don't know if we saw that many problems in this second game around. So we kind of fixed that. But again, each 9 provides its own little challenge, and his was a little bit. We knew it wasn't so much vertical play from him, and that we really had to cover this space. But it was more dealing with this little timing of combination play inside.
You mentioned Jackson a second ago. How much have you seen him grow on the offensive end this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Jackson's biggest strength. That's why he's here, was his ability on the ball, and he's getting a lot of credit around the league. But that's where he needs to. I think I'm just going to echo what Schmetz has said: is his defensive game continue to grow. Yamar's defensive game's up here, and he's grown with the ball. I don't know if people have given him that credit of he's gotten pretty good at finding the passes that Preki likes him to find in the attacking. And Jackson was the other way around, really good on the ball, and we need to improve his defending. So they're starting to really find a nice little balance, and he's still at an age where he can continue to grow. And to Yamar's credit, I think he's grown in the last 2 years with distribution. So both of them really, they complement each other really well.
3 weeks off, between your next game, does it stump momentum at all? Do you like having a break? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think some people would say momentum can hurt you, and others would say they need the break. Us as a staff, we take it for what's here. That's what we were dealt. You saw today the guys are really into it. You really put them in competition. It lets us to not try to cram so much in one week. We can spread this out. After tonight, we'll know who our opponent is, and then we can get a little more precise with the 2 weeks that are leading into whoever the opponent is.
it's not easy to not get a start since August, like Raul did, and then all of a sudden be put into a situation where you're responsible for being that guy. What do you see from him and him taking that challenge, firsthand?
Professional. He's a professional. It's not easy for any player to have to take a step back and wait for the moment. And then especially it's not easy for a player who at what he's done in this game and what he's done for this club to again take a step back, wait, and for the opportunity. And the opportunity came, and man, what a warrior! You ask yourself, can he get us 60? Can he get us maybe even 45? Gave us 90 plus, and that just tells you that he has a love of the game. That just reminds me of us as like the coaching staff, that whenever we get a chance we go and play out here. Like, he loves the game that much, and he knows he's been in so many big games that he knows the importance of the game, and he's going to push through, and he did. He was fantastic for us.
Tactically, what more do you need from Pedro de la Vega right now?
He's still growing. He didn't get to do the preseason with us because of the injury. Then he had some setbacks. So every game, you're just like adding a little bit of layer. And, there's going to be, and people think, and they forget, like all of us in all journey of life, and in particular him, has to be with soccer and with us right now, is you're going to take some steps forward. You're going to take some steps back. Like, it's just part of the journey, and he's new league, away from home, on his own, like bunch of different things, injuries, this, that, pressures. I can only imagine in his own, he pressures himself, like, man, I'm supposed to be out, like, little by little is all. We just got to continue to support him, continue to be part of his journey, positive. Sometimes he starts, sometimes he got, how many minutes did he get this game? 80-something minutes? 85 minutes. That's a lot from what it was, a month ago or so. So he's growing, and tactically he's just going to continue to get better. The other guys have this system under about 2 years. He's had not even the year because of his injury setbacks.